My name is Kim Williamson, and I'm just going to really quickly share about my story. I've been in general primary care, practiced for years, and then I got into functional medicine, holistic health, naturopathy due to my own health journey. Tonight, we're actually going to talk about one of our new product offerings, and that is our Daily Detox Herbal Tea. And it's this beautiful emerald blue color right here. But I'm actually not going to talk about it tonight. I invited one of my corporate partners here tonight to go over this with us. And she is our Senior VP of Product Development, Ann Billings is. And before I have her take over, I want to just give you a little glimpse of her incredible resume. She has about 25 years of experience formulating supplements and personal care products in this industry. And she has worked for major well-known companies during her career, but Q by far is her favorite for sure. And I love that not only does she have this incredible repertoire in this industry, but she is also a four-time cancer survivor. She is beautiful. She is glowing. She looks younger than she is. She loves to garden, and she also helps an animal rescue organization.
This is a great opportunity. And this is really the first time after our convention, which was amazing and fun and great, that we're talking about the new product, which is the Daily Detox Tea. So just to give you a tiny bit more background, I have been in network marketing my entire life, and I just love Q Sciences. This is my home. What makes it really different is that we collaborate. We've been listening to the wants and the needs and desires of our consumers and our leadership, and they're asking for a certain type of product and a certain branding, and we work together to come up with it, and I'm really happy. So the Detox Tea is really our first foray into this, and I'm really excited to talk about it. At the beginning of any presentation where we talk about the products, it's important, especially if you're relaying information to a group of people, that you make sure people understand that we're not a drug company, that we don't treat, diagnose, or cure disease. But what we can do is make lives better. We can improve health, and we can improve the lifestyle that you lead, because really you do have control over and influence over your own personal nature, your own biology. So let's talk about the daily detox herbal tea. Now, it's important to say that it's an herbal tea. There's no caffeine, there's no green tea or black tea or even tea leaves in the product. And this is a remarkably different approach to a detox and cleanse product. Most of the time, people stop their lives, stop what they're doing, they're cordoned off for a few days or a week, and it is kind of a miserable experience. Dr. K knows, and one of the things that was really important to him, Dr. Stephen Kimberly, our Chief Science Officer, was that this be something easy that could be incorporated into a healthy lifestyle without a lot of pain and side effects, so that you could just make it part of your daily life. All of the herbs and the ingredients that we use in the tea are natural. We test every single ingredient, and some people might ask, well, why doesn't it say organic? Organic's not really enough of a standard for us. In the US, you can still use certain kinds of pesticides and other chemicals and still call your product organic. When I can go to the store and buy organic soda and organic beer, I know there's something amiss with the organic symbol and its true meaning. So to give you a little bit of peace of mind, just let you know that we test every ingredient, and we test before we put them all together, in this case, blend them into an herbal tea, and we test them when they're finished. We test for herbicide, fungicide, different sprays, for heavy metals, for microbial contamination, for pretty much everything across the board that you can think of. And if it doesn't come back clean, we don't use it. And if during the process of creating the product, something happens at the end and it doesn't test perfect, we don't use it. It's that important to us to maintain those standards. So I just think it's really important for you to know, especially when it comes to cleanse and detox. You don't want to put something in your body that already has pesticide or whatever in it when you're trying to do just the opposite and get rid of some of the things that have probably built up in your system over time. So now this is what it looks like. Of course, that is a dramatic recreation of the ingredients. You're not going to find whole pieces of dried citrus, but it's a unique color. And so when you brew this the first time and you see this kind of emerald blue green color, this is the color that you want with the amount with a finished tea. So it kind of gives you a visual cue and a clue when it is full strength. So, and once again, we're using the Botanic brand to represent something that has fewer ingredients, less flavoring, no sweetening, and is a very close to nature, close to natural, close to its original source, the plants, the flowers, the herbs, as possible. Here, I'm going to skip ahead and then I'll come back. Here we go. So for instance, when it comes to milk thistle, you can just, get it on Amazon, or you can get it on the open market, but you don't know really what you're going to get. So what Dr. Kimberly has me do is work with partnerships where we understand how they're grown, how they're harvested, how they're dried and stored. And I get a selection of them for him. I send everything to him. He tastes them all. And he can tell, and he calls it how alive they are. That's his terminology. But the quality and the strength of a particular herb or ingredient. And then he says, you know what? None of these are going to work. You got to keep looking. Or he'll say, this one's the perfect one. This is the one that has the right properties for the benefits that we want. So when it comes to choosing those ingredients, he's super particular. And that's really the beginning of the process. So let's take a look at those ingredients. So these are the key ingredients that you'll find. And also, by the way, you will find an infographic like this. They're putting it in ARC, which is our resource tool for our ambassadors. And you'll see something like this, I think, probably by Friday, so that you can reference it. But these are the key ingredients. And I don't want to spend too much time going into each one of them, but I think it's important for you to know why each one of them exists in the detox tea. So the first one is persimmon leaf. And oftentimes people, when they want to change something about their lifestyle, like they want to lose weight, or they want to begin an exercise regimen, or let's say they would just want to start taking QMax Premium or Core or healthy supplements. It's good to start by gently cleansing your system so that anything you embark on, you're going to have a better likelihood of success. And any supplement that you take is going to be digested better and utilized by the body better. So I personally believe everyone should start here with a very gentle cleanse and keep using it on a daily basis as they make these changes in their life. One of the changes they make is weight loss. And persimmon leaf is great for promoting healthy metabolism. All you have to do is Google it and you'll see all kinds of studies, all sorts of research. It is well understood and has been known that this can promote a healthy metabolism. So when it comes to persimmon leaf, there are a couple of ingredients inside of it. One is called rutin, and you may know it as an eye health ingredient. And it is an element inside of persimmon leaf. And rutin's also understood to help the circulation. And in particular, I think it's associated mostly online with circulation within your eyes to promote eye health. But it is, in general, a great healthy circulation support. The second thing is this is really super high in flavonoids. In fact, a lot of these elements are. And this particular set of flavonoids does help promote healthy blood flow as well. The reason that's important is when you are removing, especially when you start a cleanse, when you are starting to remove the waste, it's important that you have a healthy blood flow, keep everything moving so that it can find its way out your body. So the next one is mauve leaf, and that's also known as common mallow. So you'll hear it talked about both ways. And think about, associate it kind of with marshmallow. It is kind of gooey. It is what is known as I'm probably saying this wrong, mucilage. So it helps lubricate. It encourages the creation of your own body's lubrication, and it provides an additional lubrication because especially when things are in your digestive tract, you want things to move smoothly through your upper and lower intestine, and also a nice smooth exit. And that's really important. You know, I was looking into the amount of people that are chronically constipated. I know it's something that people don't want to talk about, but over 4 million Americans, not just in the US, chronically constipated, which means they poop less than 3 times a week. I'm telling you right now, that's not healthy. You should be going every day, and you should be going more than once every day. So this elimination is incredibly important just to the overall health of your body. When something goes in, you got to keep things moving so something very easily can maneuver its way out of the body as well. So the next is, this also helps with digestion, by the way. And then senna leaf, which can be considered, I think, a little controversial, because there are people who use senna leaf tea and abuse senna leaf tea, and they use a lot, and it can cause diarrhea when it's used at a high concentration. And the body can eventually become dependent on it because the body isn't thinking, well, I need to create the lubrication, and it brings water to the bowels to help move things through the system. So we use senna leaf, but we use what's called a microdose. It is a very, very small amount that just encourages and normalizes elimination. It is not an amount that will give you that crampy, gassy, got to run to the bathroom feeling. It, for most people, will just help normalize and move things along. And we're not using it in an amount that would create a dependency in your body. And I think that's important to note because I don't know, it must have been the 90s when senna and cascara sagrada and certain kinds of magnesium were all the rage, and you just took them all and all you did was poop, poop, poop. And it was not good for your body because it messes up your electrolytes. It can cause all kinds of strange side effects, but please know that we're using a very low and safe amount. And senna has some other really interesting benefits that you may not be aware of. First off, it is one of the only FDA approved herbs, and it is approved as a non-prescription laxative aid. It's kind of a side note, but I think it's important to know that even the FDA knows it works. US FDA, by the way. It does help remove toxins, especially from your lower intestinal tract. It can help relieve indigestion as well. But another nice thing it can do at a very low level is ease bloating. If you're having a tough time digesting things, and you should take Q-Digest if you are, bloat is one of those side effects. And it just gives you the opposite feeling of the thing you really want, which is a smooth digestive system and smooth elimination. So it also can help improve nutrient absorption at a very low microdose. So it's just important to know that that's why we use the low amount that we do. So let's move on and talk a little bit about we are at milk thistle, sorry. And this I think is really well understood to be a liver protectant and a liver support. What a lot of people don't know, I mean, it is understood to help detox your filtration system, but it also helps your kidneys as well. So there's really good data and research to show that not only, I mean, liver gets all the attention, but it also is a great support for your two biggest filtration systems, which are your liver and your kidneys, because they work to remove a lot of the worst chemicals, a lot of the worst toxins from your body, and they can get built up. And providing healthy support for those two filtration systems is important just to your general overall health. Now, let's move on to slippery elm bark. And this is another one that is a mucilage that provides a coating. And some people use it to kind of coat and soothe your throat, but it does the same thing in your entire digestive system. And this is interesting because it also helps with like acid reflux and heartburn, those kinds of things that can help calm those issues. But it also helps all the way through not only your solid waste removal, but your urinary tract and easing all of that. Because when you're taking this product, you will increase elimination, and that includes solid waste, but it also includes liquid waste as well. So you're just going to pee a little bit more, and that's good. It's really good. And stay hydrated and drink a lot of water while you do this too. Let's move on and talk a little bit about dandelion leaf. And this is another great support for your filtration systems. And it can help healthy functioning of those filtration systems. So a nice side benefit, it offers immune support as well. It does help promote healthy digestion of foods. Now, we don't want things moving through undigested so that, you eat a great meal and it just moves through so fast that you don't absorb. We don't want that to happen. So this keeps a nice regulation going of your digestive system. And it can also help with water retention. When you're dehydrated, sometimes you're going to feel the bloatedest. I don't even know if that's a word, the most bloated. So keep that water coming in. It's really important to keep good, clean, fresh, filtered water coming into your body. Let's talk about lemon balm leaf. Yeah, I have notes too, so it's not all in my head, just so you know. But lemon balm leaf, it tastes great. It's part of the mint family. So this is one of the things that helps it taste yummy. We also use a sugar bush leaf, which is on this list, but it is delicious. So you'll find this to be a really satisfying, very mild, very drinkable tea. And so lemon balm has been known for eons to help with digestion, indigestion, stomach issues. Think about what mint can do for you. It's in that mint family. And it's also known to be a calming agent in the body and also give you just, a calming feeling in general. It also has a particular acid in it that I feel like is really unique. It's called rosmarinic acid. And if you were to Google that, you would find that it has some interesting very mild antimicrobial, antibacterial properties. So if you've got some weird bugs growing in there, this may be able to help your body or assist your body in managing that as well. So chamomile flower. I think most people know and understand chamomile, and we use the flower in this case, and it is another calming agent that supports digestion, and it also helps with flatulence, so it makes you less gassy, and it in some cases can ease those feelings of nausea and indigestion. So, and then the last, and you know what I really think is such a great ingredient. This is blue. It's actually blue butterfly. I can never say the whole thing. Blue butterfly pea flower. And this is an amazing, Dr. K spent about 18 months studying this one alone. And there is excellent research on this. And it's the reason that it is this great blue-green color, you know, but it is rich in antioxidant. It has anti-aging properties. It's got great skincare properties. There are some good research to show that it may assist in healthy weight management as well. I read a couple of studies that suggest that it helps inhibit glucose absorption. So you can Google that, maybe read into it a little bit more, see if it's something that interests you. And this also promotes alkalinity in the body, which is a more alkaline state for your body, is a healthier state. An acidic state is closer to a disease state. And so this just has some great properties. So I'm going to skip back really quick. There's just a couple of things I want to touch on, and because I know we're going to be running low on time. So, okay, right here. So why use a daily use product? This will just drink 1 cup, 8 ounces in the morning and night, and it will increase your hydration. It gets things started off and finishes things well. You should not notice dramatic differences if you've done one of those cleanses where you're like, why I can't function because I feel like I got to run to the bathroom all the time. You're just not going to find that here. And you can just make it part of your lifestyle. It's delicious. There's lots of different ways you can use this. I take the concentrate and I freeze it into ice cubes, and then I just put it in my ice water. So when it gets cold, I'll warm it up and use it as a hot tea. But I think there's lots of different ways you can use it. So you don't need to stop everything you're doing in your life and start a cleanse. This is something that you don't need to change the rest of your regimen. You can add this and really enjoy the benefits over time instead of harsh cleanses and detoxes that might give you headaches and rash and all kinds of interesting side effects that are hard to live with, especially if you are, you know, a working mom, dad, you got a family, people to take care of, and you don't have time to stop your entire world to do a cleanse. So I think that's important to know. Maintenance, that's very important. So lastly, I just want to mention this. The tea is very alkaline. And if you add lemon to it, it will go from this kind of blue-green color to a purple-pink color. And that is just signifying a change in the pH of the tea. The tea will work just as well. It has less of an alkalizing effect, but don't let it stop you from adding a little lemon to it and enjoying it that way as well. So it's just as healthy, but less of an alkalizing effect. But it also shows you the concentration and activity that exists in the tea. We did a 7-day survey. You can see for yourself all the benefits, everything that people reported to us. And we had almost 1,500 respondents do this. So I think it was really important. Lastly, you will find lots of instructions on ARC and different ways of using it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. But listen to your body. Some people drink it a little stronger. Some people like it hot. Some people like it cold. Figure out what works best for you and your lifestyle. Cleansing of your upper and lower digestive tract is particularly important because especially your upper gut area, which is where your nutrition is absorbed. So you want just the right amount of permeability so that your nutrition gets absorbed through the walls of that upper intestinal tract. And you got all the good healthy bugs, everything going on that helps break things down, helps move things through your system. Leaky gut would be big holes there that you don't want to be there. And what this does is it can clean that area so that everything else is better absorbed without the side effects that are associated with super harsh cleanses, which I liken to kind of a leaky gut situation. Before you start the tea, kind of assess your situation. You know, do you feel like you need a jump start? You've got to start this cleanse a little bit more aggressively and then taper off? Or are things running pretty good and you just want to add that cleanse to your diet? So what I did is I started off using the tea for the first few days at a double concentration. And that just got things moving. I didn't feel any cramping. There wasn't any running to the bathroom, but I could definitely feel the difference. And then I tapered back, and just on an ongoing basis, because you don't have to stop. I use the tea on a daily basis to just make sure everything, it's the proper care for my filtration systems and keep everything moving properly. About 90% of the population of the world don't get enough fiber, and that's incredibly important. So this can help aid in some of that slow digestive process, just normalizing things. So listen to your body, but there's no reason to stop. Me personally, I start a little stronger and then I taper off and I just keep using it.
Thank you again for taking time out of your evening to be with us tonight. So that was
very
wonderful.
welcome. And thanks again, Kim. I appreciate you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.